Hello and welcome back to our program. I'm here with Tito Meza from the Somerville Community Corporation here in Somerville, Massachusetts. And we're talking about immigration issues here in the church, of course. A lot of our people in our church are immigrants. And so as Catholics, immigration is an important issue to all of us. Now, Tito, last year, one of the things that happened was you had all these demonstrations. You had them here in Boston. You had them here in different cities. Were they effective?
I think the demonstrations were very effective. I think that people show in the street by hundreds and thousands, and in LA even 1 million people made the case of that it is important to the Congress to pass immigration reform bill. Unfortunately, those people were thrown away and get discouraged because nothing happened in Congress. But I think in terms of demonstration, people show all kind of solidarity and from different communities. It wasn't just the immigrants. It was the union. It was some of the reps from different cities and around the country.
Okay, one of the things I'm hearing is, yeah, it may have been effective, but then you hear other people who say no, because of what they saw in the demonstrations, Mexican flag, some people saw like a communist table here in Boston. They were selling communist literature and stuff. They went, we will not support the immigrants because of what we've seen there. How do you respond to them?
Well, historically, different organization and society will come in this kind of environment when there's a big debate and an issue that is so big. It's like you can tell me in the time of the civil rights movement in this country, you get all kinds of organizations and radicals, communists, Democrats, Republicans that believe in justice to come all in and one of the I think the democracy provide that opportunity. Everybody point of view, you can shut off that, and they can be in a demonstration. That no means that they are leading those demonstrations. Those demonstrations for half last year were led by community organizations like Somerville Community Corporation, Centro Presente, and you can name hundreds of organizations that were involved.
Now, Centro Presente is?
Centro Presente is an organization that is immigrant organization. It's led by immigrants and being membership and all the support it comes from immigrants, although they have a lot of support from other communities.
Okay. So they were there too?
They were there, and there were so was the churches. Different churches were there. They went to Washington. Churches were very involved. Different denomination of the faith. They were involved in bringing that message to the Congress. We need a reform. We need it.
In light of that, how would you define the fact that it didn't pass? You know, here you were out there. You're telling people we've got to change, and then it didn't pass. It
didn't pass because those. It is that I think the immigrant allies and the immigrants themselves, they still have the power to dictate, or not dictate, but to force reps to vote in the right way. I think they allow it, even on our side, our Congress in Massachusetts, our Senate, particularly Senator Kennedy, was basically given this message in terms of one day he have a great idea of passing a reform, and then the next day he come in a press conference with George Bush, who have been unfortunately disgraced for many other reasons, but Kennedy don't have to come out with Bush saying that they have reached an agreement when they didn't. And so basically you cannot blame on immigrants the fact that the bill didn't pass because it's not genuine interest to pass it.
Now, one of the things, I'm coming from the church perspective, and so I'm not going to get too much into politics, but since we've had a change of governors, okay, our former governor was Republican. I'm not going to mention who his name was because it then becomes political. Our present governor is Democrat, and it almost seems that to the day he arrived, we've had, 3 raids now? How many raids we've had in the state of Massachusetts?
Yeah, we have the raid in New Bedford, and then it's been small-scale raids in different communities, and the governor haven't say no one word. More than that, Governor Patrick know 2 months ahead that they're going to do the raid in New Bedford.
He knew that,
and that's my understanding, that they tell him that they're going to do that. And if I was governor of Massachusetts, I think I would find a way that do not create a situation, a tragedy in a particular community.
Now, you say tragedy. How would you describe the tragedy? I mean, some people saying, well, these people were undocumented or illegal, whatever term they want to use. How do you use the term tragedy?
It would be better if it would come from somebody that live in New Bedford, but the fact that 365 workers were in a small town were arrested, it creates some kind of a panic among the population, but also create a situation, economic burn for the city, because imagine 360 people start stopping buying in the market, taking the taxi to the factory to go to work. Well, I can go on and examples how 360 people that get arrested in one particular community that are working, because all they were working for that factory, and that income, that money come and work right around the neighborhood, restaurants. So that was an effect on the whole community, not just the people who were taken to prisons, and mothers who were humiliated, mothers who were separated from their child. All this has happened in the state.
Let me ask you this question now, and we're running out of time here, but just real quick. And you just said about mothers separated from their children. Now, there's that case going on in the United States, Elvira. I can't remember her name exactly.
Elvira.
I'm sorry. And she was deported to Mexico. Now, her son is here. He can't go to Mexico with her. I think she eventually the child can go to Mexico and back and forth, because is he born here? He's a U.S. citizen. Yeah, but eventually. But I mean, it's a young child. All of a sudden, the mother's taken away. I mean, even for an hour, that's a traumatic event.
Yes, it is dramatic, and I bring one of the cases of a mother that was caught in New York, where she was caught in detention with her child, 3 years old, and the child saw everything, and then she was put in a foster care, and the mother was taken to the prison. So that's tragedy, really. When that division, when the kid got separated from their parents, is a tragedy. When it's done in that way, because sometimes you can say, I'm going to make a trip to New York and you take care of my kid. That's different than say you go to jail and I'm going to take your kid, and this kid going to go to live with somebody that the child didn't know.
Well, thank you very much. Continuing our discussion about immigration here. This is Tito Meza from the Somerville Community Corporation, Development Corporation here in Somerville. And I'm Father Bob Carr, pastor at St. Benedict's in Somerville.
Well, thank you for the opportunity. I think we're looking forward to create and work in Somerville for changes that help to everybody.
Well, thank you very much.